down, like I just put my name in the hat, like at the last minute. My husband is like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I'm like, "They're not even gonna call me." I'm the first person called. That's crazy. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't be so sensitive being here. I grew up in a predominantly white place in a very desert town. I don't know if anyone knows of Victorville, California. Oh my God! Well, I'm from there. And so I lived there for 19 years, and I'm really accustomed to being around all white people, mostly white people. And so when me and my husband were thinking about moving here, we kept hearing about how much of a utopia it is and how great it is for the environment and how friendly everyone is. And I was so excited, and we had a friend over for dinner, and we were talking with him about us moving here. And he's gay, he's white, he's like my grandfather, or not my grandfather, he's more like my father. And he said the funniest thing, he said, "Oh, so you're thinking of moving to Portland. I hope you know you're gonna be the only black person there." And I laughed because I'm like, "You're fucking ridiculous. This is, how bad could it be?" And then I move here. And it was pretty bad. What's really interesting about being here and about knowing that I had this history living in Victorville, California, which is super white, or at least I thought was super white. I had this idea that moving here was going to be really easy, that I was going to find my people, and that my friend Craig was just being an asshole and he was trying to scare me. It never really dawned on me back then, when I lived in Victorville, that I wasn't other. I felt like I knew that I was black, I knew that my family was black, I knew that I was usually the only black person in my classrooms, but I never felt that sense of otherness. And I'm realizing living here that I feel like not having that sense of otherness back then was a way of keeping me safe. It helped me feel like I was assimilated. It helped me feel like I had a community. So I never really thought about race. Like honestly, I married a white man. I never thought about race. I never thought about it. I thought about it in the sense of, hearing about racism and hearing my father talk about the KKK, and even in Victorville they have all these horrible people out there with hooded things, whatever. So I knew that it was out there, but I never knew that it could affect me. And then I moved to Portland, of all places, and suddenly I'm smacked in the face with my otherness in a way that I've never felt in my entire life. I remember moving here, the first week that I was in Portland proper, and I was walking around the neighborhood with my dog. And for whatever reason, I felt this sense of unease that I'd never felt before in my life, like I didn't belong here. And I remember sitting down, talking to my husband, and saying to him, "I don't know, I can't shake it. No one's telling me this. I'm not hearing this from other people. But there's something about this place that doesn't make me feel like I belong here. I don't feel welcome here." And this was before I knew about the racist history in Oregon. I'd never heard about this. I was hearing all the good things about Portland. And then I read the history, and it made so much sense. This feeling of disease, this feeling of being unwelcomed made so much sense. It's like it trembled every bone in my body. It's like it woke up something inside of me. It woke up my otherness. I've been in Portland for almost 6 years, and I'm still grappling with this feeling of otherness. Every day that I walk out into the world from my apartment, I feel like a fish out of water. Every single day, which is really, really disturbing and disorienting because I've lived here for so long and I've established communities here, and I'm very familiar with my surroundings, and I love the people that I know, but I still feel like I don't belong here. And so I guess my story is to be continued, because I don't really have that happy ending yet. I don't really feel like I have jumped into a fishbowl and I feel safe. Almost every single day I'm confronted with my otherness. No matter how much I see people of color, which has been incredibly healing for me, being in the PCOC group has been incredibly healing for me, but I still feel like a fish out of water. And it's really difficult. I don't think that people talk about it a lot. I don't think that we vocalize how disorienting it feels to be feeling like you are not wanted, that you aren't welcome. It's a very weird sensation to be walking down the street and to be feeling this sense of paranoia that someone is going to throw you into oncoming traffic. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Like, no one would do that, but you never know. So I walk around with this every day living here in Portland. And I've been here for almost 6 years, and I've grappled with whether or not I should stay, because the feelings of being unwelcomed, the feelings of feeling like a fish out of water are incredibly strong. And yeah, there's no happy ending with this one. That's just where I'm at. I had no idea I was going to be called, but that's what I wanted to share today. Thank you.